Good evening and welcome to NACTV Bigger Bingo for Wednesday, June 5th, 2024, broadcasting live from Nipawin, Manitoba. Before we get on to our bingo games, here are the rules. Our license number is LGCA 6052 MBI 35606. Rule 1. One ball will be drawn at the beginning of the session. This ball will be the tuning number for Game 3, the blackout and 52 numbers. Number 2. When bingo is declared on more than one number, only those who declared bingo on the earliest number called will be declared winners and eligible to win the prize. Number 3. Each bingo game will be closed when bingo has been declared and verified by calling the number displayed on the screen. The phone lines are open to receive calls, and it has been announced 3 times that the phone lines are open to receive calls. C. At least one phone line has been available for calls for 2.5 minutes, and the game is declared closed. No further calls will be accepted with regards to that closed bingo game. Number 4. Prize money is split evenly among multiple winners with a minimum payout of $25. Number 5. Final win confirmation occurs when the winners submit their date stamp sheet containing the winning card to NACTV. Number 6. In the event of transmitting or telephone problems which prevent continuation of play prior to the event's start or at any time during the event's duration, the game will be rescheduled or resumed on the next Wednesday night. Players will keep their cards for the following Wednesday and they will be accepted. If a player is unable to play the following Wednesday, they may exchange their cards at NACTV for a future game. Please check the nactv.tv website or call the office for confirmation of the games to be played. Number 7. Game 1 is played to a blackout on the gold cards. Jackpot in 50 numbers or less is a minimum of $1,000. After 50 numbers, Game 1 continues to a blackout for a $100 consolation prize. Number 8. Games 2 and 3 are played on the colored cards. Game 2, the X game, has a prize amount of $150, and we're on purple tonight. Game 3, which continues from Game 2, is a blackout. Jackpot on 52 numbers or less is a minimum of $500. After 52 numbers, Game 3 continues to a blackout for a $100 consolation prize. Number 9. If Game 3 is won with the tuning ball number drawn at the beginning of the session, the winner will receive the accumulated tuning pot plus the blackout or consolation prize. Number 10. Jackpots for Games 1 and 3 accumulate by 50 cents per package sold. When a jackpot's won, pot will increase from the minimum amount when accumulated sales reach that value from 0. Number 11. The tuning pot accumulates by $1 per package sold. When it is won, it starts at 0. Number 12. Prizes must be claimed and checks cashed within 6 months from the bingo played date. Number 13. A list of the bingo numbers called can be obtained from the NACTV office. Okay, that's our rules for tonight. Good luck, everyone, and let's find out what our tuning number is. Okay, the tuning number is I-22. We're not playing this number. This one's going to go back in the hopper. This is for later. That's that tuning pot. The tuning number. Okay, here we go. Game 1. Jackpot in 50 numbers or less is a jackpot of $18,945. First number out on the gold colored cards is under the 070. 070. Under the B9, B9. Under the O66, O66. Under the G59, G59. Under the G48, G48. Under the N43, N43. Under the B13, B13. Under the N38, N38. Under the I-23, I-23. Under the N41, N41. Under the O72, O72. Under the O61, O61. Under the G57, G57. Under the B5, B5. Under the N45, N45. Under the O71, O71. Under the G53, G53. Under the G56, G56. Under the O68, O68. Under the N36, N36. Under the B2, B2. Under the I-21, I-21. Under the O-74, O-74. Under the G-46, G-46. Under the I-29, I-29. Under the B-15, B-15. Under the I-26, I-26. Under the O-63, O-63. Under the N-40, N-40. Under the I-19, I-19. Under the B-4, B-4. Under the B-3, B-3. Under the O-62, O-62. Under the O-69, O-69. Under the N-37, N-37. Under the G-52, G-52. Under the B-11, B-11. Under the G-51, G-51. Under the B7, B7. Under the B1, B1. Under the G60, G60. Under the O65, O65. Under the B12, B12. Under the O67, O67. Under the I-24, I-24. Under the N39, N39. Under the N31, N31. Under the I-30, I-30. Under the B14, B14. Under the B6, B6. And that is your 50th number, so we'll pause here for 2.5 minutes and see if anybody calls in and wins that jackpot of $18,945. Our phone number is 204-476-2639, and both lines are open to receive your calls. Okay, we are going to be selling the bingo packages in Brandon now, beginning for June 12th's game. So we'll have bingo packages there ready to be sold for this Saturday for next week's game on the Wednesday, and they'll be available at the Brandon Superstore Lottery Kiosk. And from Rick Sparling, we have this announcement. There is a fundraiser for the Roxy Theatre in the form of a book. It covers from the days of the Opera House all the way through until today. Besides the history of the theatre, it also has over 20 pages of comments from people who worked at the Roxy over the years and from the many moviegoers. The book is $25 with all proceeds going to support the Roxy. Order forms are at the banner and online. It's Nipwa-theater-center-roxy.square.site. Yeah. If you memorized that one, you're doing really well. And both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed. And we'll move on to the consolation round. So we're still on the gold colored cards, still looking for a blackout, but the pot is now $100. So the next number out on those gold colored cards is under the N42. N42. Under the I-17, I-17. Under the N35, N35. Under the I-18, I-18. Under the G54, G54. Under the O64, O64. Under the G49, G49. Under the N34, N34. Under the G55, G55. Under the B8, B8. And we have a caller. So that number in the hoop is haven't called it, so you can't bingo on that one. And we have one valid bingo on B8, so we'll accept that. We do have somebody else calling in. We'll find out if, or no, we don't. They didn't call in after all. Okay, phone rang, but didn't continue to ring. Okay, so we have a valid bingo on the last number called, which was B8. And we do have one phone line open, so I'm going to start my timer. And then after this game, we'll be moving on to our purple colored cards. And we play both the game 2 and game 3 on there. Game 2 is the letter X game, and then it's a carry-on game for the game 3 because it's a blackout on 52 numbers. The jackpot on 52 numbers is $9,202. Our toonie pot is sitting at $8,569. It grows faster because it has $1 per package sold added to that pot, whereas the other two pots, jackpots, have only 50 cents for every package sold added to their pots. And we sold 110 packages last week. And our tuning number is I-22. And we now have both phone lines open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open. The Evergreen Environmental Technologies, it's our recycling center and our garbage dump. It's open Monday to Friday, 8 to 4, and Saturday, 8 to 3. The next time it'll be closed on one of those days will be July 1st for the July long weekend. And our bingo packages can be purchased at Harris Pharmacy, Nipwa Legion, Touchwood Park, and here at the station. And now they're also going to be available for purchase in Brandon at the Brandon Superstore Lottery Kiosk. They'll be there on be able to buy them there on Saturday. I'm taking them over tomorrow to give them, but I don't know when exactly. So phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed. And our winner on the Bonanza Consolation was Val Lee Batillier of Nipwa, purchasing the winning card at Harris Pharmacy. Congratulations to Val. All right, we'll be playing that letter X in just a moment. Okay, you're on your purple colored cards now. If I call the ball number, cover it up because it's carry-on game for the next one, the blackout. First number out on those purple colored cards is under the B8. B8. Under the B2, B2. Under the O62, O62. Under the B14, B14. Under the G50, G50. Under the N45, N45. Under the G47, G47. Under the O64, O64. Under the O68, O68. Under the I-18, I-18. Under the N44, N44. Under the B10, B10. Under the I-29, I-29. Under the B12, B12. Under the N39, N39. Under the N35, N35. Under the G57, G57. Under the O65, O65. Under the N37, N37. Under the I-21, I-21. Under the I-30, I-30. Under the I-26, I-26. Under the B11, B11. Under the B3, B3. Under the N43, N43. Under the G59, G59. Under the B4, B4. Under the N40, N40. Under the N42, N42. Under the I-19, I-19. Under the G46, G46. Under the B15, B15. Under the B9, B9. Under the B5, B5. Under the N32, N32. Under the I-27, I-27. Under the B7, B7. Under the B1, B1. Under the G58, G58. Under the I-22, I-22. Under the O-73, O-73. Under the G54, G54. we have a caller? So I haven't called the number in the hoop, so don't call in on that number. And which number did they, what's the number back?
073.
Pardon?
073.
Okay, 073, valid bingo on 073, one number back. Valid letter X, bingo on 073, one number back. And we do have somebody else that's called in. So we have a valid bingo on 073, one number back from G54 there. And our tuning number of, oh, I guess I can start my timer now because we do have a phone line free. There's one phone line free. So one phone line is available for your calls or not. Never mind, we'll cancel that, we'll pause. So the tuning number I-22 has been called already. So that tuning pot will grow from 8,569. And we sold 110 cards last week. Okay, we have the other phone line is now open again. And remember, there's a valid bingo on 073, the number before the one that's flashing. And after this game will be a carry-on game on those purple colored cards. And our jackpot in 52 numbers will be $9,202. Of course, if you do get in 50 numbers or less, you will actually get a little bit more than that because we will be adding 50 cents for every package sold for tonight's game. And if you do win a jackpot or the tuning pot, you have to wait an extra day to pick up your check because it takes us a little bit longer to get that all sorted out. Because we have to pick it all up Thursday and count it and deposit it. So then it wouldn't be till Friday that we'd be able to give you a check if you won those jackpots. But if you're winning the consolation prizes or the letter X game, you can pick your check up after 1 o'clock on Thursday. We now have both phone lines open, to receive your calls. My telephone volunteer is handing me the information and I was totally ignoring her because I didn't realize that. Okay, we're waiting for the timer to count down. Kinsman Courts 2 has freezer meals available. They have 3 options, 2 of which are gluten-free. They have a roast beef with red wine gravy and Yorkshire pudding, mashed potatoes, carrots, beets, and squash. Another one is the pan-seared bone-in pork chop braised until tender with mushroom and thyme sauce, whipped potatoes and carrots, broccoli and cauliflower. And the third option is a buttered chicken, which is a chicken breast and a curry tomato cream sauce, basmati rice, sauteed carrots, and green beans. All meals are fully cooked and are stored frozen. You just heat and serve. You can call 204-476-3161 for pickup or for further inquiries. Both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls, and not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed and we'll move on to the jackpot game. And change that prize value to the, right in front of me, 9,202. There we go. And our winner on the Big X was Jerry Bone of Arden, purchasing the winning card at Harris Pharmacy. Congratulations to Jerry. Okay, you're still on those purple colored cards. We're now looking for that blackout of 52 numbers or less for a prize of $9,202. And your next number out is under the 071. 071. Under the N38, N38. Under the O63, O63. Under the G60, G60. Under the O69, O69. Under the O74, O74. Under the B13, B13. Under the G49, G49. Under the N41, N41. Under the G53, G53. And that is your 50-second number, so pause here for 2.5 minutes. Let you see the next number, but I haven't called it yet. Our phone lines are open at 204-476-2639. And the Home Assistance Nipawin District, shortened to HAND, is dedicated to supporting and helping seniors and disabled persons in Nipawin and the RMs of Lansdowne, Glenella, North Cypress, Langford, and Rosedale. They offer a number of different services. They have assistance with filling out forms, referrals, advocacy, lifeline, ERIC kits, community meal program. The community meal program is available Tuesdays to Fridays. It's available for pickup at the Yellowhead Manor Kitchen. And it's $11. You can call Vicky or George at 204-476-5218. And it includes a dessert. The HAND also offers assistance in finding service providers for house cleaning, laundry, minor maintenance, snow removal and yard care, transportation, and more. They have a wheelchair use for short term at no charge. There's handicap parking permits available for use for volunteer drivers and applications for personal permits. You can make appointments, or for more information, you can call Michelle at the HAND office at 204-476-2009. And we believe we have our technology issue from the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago for sure. Not sure what exactly last week was issue 2, I think it was. We seem to have that been fixed. Westman came out, did something at our end, so we're hoping that that makes it better for everybody on Westman. And anybody who called into Westman, thank you. And both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any calls, I declare this game closed. And we'll move on to the consolation round for $100. Still on those purple colored cards. Your next ball out is under the G55. G55. Under the N36, N36. Under the N33, N33. Under the I-20, I-20. Under the I-23, I-23. Under, oh, we have a caller. I guess I won't say what that number is. Wow, that was quick. I think it was quick last week too.
6499.
Okay. Yeah, under the I-23, valid bingo. Wow. Okay, valid bingo on I-23. Last number called.
Congratulations.
And both phone lines are open to receive your calls at 204-47. We have one phone line open. 476-2639. We have both phone lines open now. We have both phone lines open to receive your calls. I'd like to thank you all for playing along with us tonight. Your support is invaluable to NACTV's operating expenses. And I hope you enjoy playing bingo with us. I think that was it for community announcements for tonight. Remember, you can now purchase bingo packages. You will now be able to purchase bingo packages in Brandon starting on Saturday for the June 12th game. And from Rick Sparling for his book, he's got a fundraiser for the Roxy Theatre. Did they give the book title? It doesn't really say the book title, but maybe it just has Roxy Theatre for the title. I'm not sure. Anyways, it's a book. It covers the days from the Opera House all the way through to today. It's got the history of the theatre, plus over 20 pages of comments from people who worked at the Roxy over the years and from the many moviegoers. The book is $25 with all proceeds going to support the Roxy. And order forms are at the banner, and I believe they might have a sample copy there of the book and online at Nipwa-theatre-center-roxy.square.site, and center is spelt with a T-E-R. Okay, we do have both phone lines open to receive your calls right now. Both phone lines are open. And for the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed, and that wraps it up for tonight. So, who won? It was won by Jerry Bone of Arden, who purchased the winning card at Harris Pharmacy. I hope it was a different winning card. Yep, different winning card. We have gotten somebody on the same winning card before. Recapping for tonight, Bonanza Constellation won by Val Lee Batillier of Nipwa, purchasing the card at Harris Pharmacy. And Jerry Bone won both the Big X and the Blackout Constellation from Arden, purchasing his winning cards at Harris Pharmacy. Congratulations to our winners. Thank you all for playing along tonight. Hope to see you next Wednesday. Have a great week.